So, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining the session. My name is Amit. I'm a finance content creator. Professionally, I'm have more than 10 years of experience in banking sector, also insurance sector, also. And personally, I'm an avid stock market investor and trader. I believe in price action. I invest according to price action. I invest, I do trading also, and I do mid-term investing also. For long-term investing, I prefer mutual funds. So I'll start the session. First, I want to ask all of you, if we invest 100 rupees per month for 100 years, assuming 15% of interest, how much do you expect your total invest will be after 100 years? By investing just 100 rupees per month, can anybody take a guess? You're investing just 100 rupees
We have
per
to
month.
calculate it.
No, just take a random guess. You're investing just 100 rupees per month for 100 years. Your total investment from your side will be only 1.2 lakhs rupees.
Okay.
Assuming 15% interest, how much your total worth will be after 100 years? Just take a guess. Anybody? Okay. Let me tell you, your total investment after 100 years will be 1015 crores. Alpa has written 1 crore. No, ma'am. It will be 1015 crores after 100 years. So that is the power of compounding. Ki if you give your investment time, you can make a huge wealth you can't even imagine. Now, take the same example. If we invest 100 rupees for 50 years, not 100 years, this time we'll invest for 50 years. Same interest, if we assume 15% rate of return, then after 50 years, your investment will be 60 lakhs. But your total worth will be only 94 lakhs. So that is the power of compounding. After 50 years, you have only 94 lakhs. But same, after 100 years, you will have 1015 crore rupees. So if you invest smartly, if you give your investment time, that is for sure ki after 2 generations, your family will be rich. That is for sure. Nobody can stop it if you invest smartly, if you give your investment time, because the power of compounding main criteria is time. So your after 2 generations, your family will be rich. That is for sure. But we want to be rich ourselves. We want to enjoy our life. So now we will discuss how to become rich ourselves so that we can have the life we always imagined. So we can have the life we always wanted. So now, as I told you, the power of compounding mein main factor hota is time. So you need to give your investment time. Now we don't have that much time. We don't have 100 years to wait so that we can be rich. So time is limited. We can give maximum 25 years so that we can have enjoy also, and we can have a good old age. So maximum we can give 20 to 25 years. So to make up for the time, we'll have to increase our investment amount. Now take another example. For example, if we invest just 10,000 rupees per month, only 10,000 for 25 years, assuming same 15% interest, after 25 years, you will have 2.76 crore. But after 25 years, 2.76 crore, I don't think it's a big amount. Anybody, you can't buy much from 2.76 crore after 25 years. So we'll take another twist in that. We'll start our investment with only 10,000 per month. But after every year, we'll increase our investment amount by 20%. For example, first year we invest 10,000 per month. Next year, we'll increase the amount by 20%. So next year amount will be 12,000 per month. Next year, we'll increase our amount by 20%. So next year amount will be 14,400 rupees per month. This is called step-up SIP. In this, we increase our amount by 10 to 20% every year. Now, in the same case, if we increase our amount 10,000 by every year by 20%, so after 25 years, you will have 16 crores. which is a huge amount even after 25 years. If we take up the inflation also, if we account inflation also, in today's that value would be around 4 crore rupees. So if somebody gives you 4 crore at today's age, you can do a lot of things. You can travel the world, you can buy your home also, you can spend money on your children also. So 4 crore amount at today's value is good amount that you can do a lot of things. So if you want the power of compounding, you need to focus on three things. First, you need to give your investment time. So start your investment as much as early as possible. For example, usually people get their first job at around 22, 23 age. If you start your investment at that age, even you can't invest 10,000 per month at that time, start with 5,000, but keep increasing that amount every year. By the time you'll reach 45, 48 age, you will have a huge corpus that you can even start thinking about retirement. Second, invest as much as possible consistently. People usually what they do कि यार इस month की we skip the SIP, यार इस month थोड़ा खर्चा ज्यादा हो गया, we'll skip the SIP. This behavior will not make you rich. So you have to invest consistently. Don't miss a single SIP. अगर आपका हमेशा कोशिश करे कि फर्स्ट अपना पहला इन्वेस्टमेंट करे, देन जो भी आपका इनकम बचती है स्टार्ट योर एक्सपेंसेस, फर्स्ट डू योर इन्वेस्टमेंट. तो आपको मिस नहीं करनी है, डोंट हैव टू मिस योर SIP कभी भी. तीसरा, आपको अपनी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट है रेगुलरली इंक्रीज करनी है. आई एम श्योर हर साल हमारी इनकम जरूर बढ़ती है, आप किसी भी फील्ड में हो, योर इनकम इंक्रीजेस एवरी ईयर. तो सेम प्रोपोर्शनेट आपको अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट भी बढ़ानी है. आपको 10% की ग्रोथ मिली, 10% से आप अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ा दीजिए. कोशिश करें इन्वेस्टमेंट ज्यादा बढ़ाने की. 10% की आपकी सैलरी बढ़ी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ समबडी इज अर्निंग 50,000 रुपीज, they have increase of 10%. This year they'll get 55,000. They are investing 10,000 per month. So invest 13,000 per month. Increase your investment by 30%. Your salary increases by 10%. Keep your expenses same or increase a little bit about. So follow these three principle if you want the power of compounding to work in your favor. Because no, power of compounding is called the eighth wonder of the world, because it can really make you rich. You just need to be patient, you just need to be consistent, and you just need to give your investment time. So now we'll start what are the investment options available in the market through which you can earn this 15% rate of return. We'll start with the most famous one, FD. Whether we should invest in fixed deposit or not. Now the first question comes, कि fixed deposit क्यों, why people say you should not invest in fixed deposit. Now इसमें जो सबसे बड़ा कारण होता है कि fixed deposit जो होता है, जो उसका return होता है, it is not even able to beat inflation. Let me give you an example. If you're getting a 8% return in any fixed deposit, which is a good return, but you are coming under 30% slab, 30% tax slab. So that means you're getting 8% return, but ultimate return will be 5.6% because 2.4% will be paid as tax to the government. So your ultimate return from the FD of 8% will be only 5.6%. That means you are earning less than inflation. Assuming right now inflation at 6%, you are earning less than 6%. Let me give you an example so that you'll understand better what about how inflation affects your choices. For example, if you want to buy a bike of 1 lakh rupees, but you think कि नहीं इस साल I'll invest this 1 lakh amount in a FD, next year I'll buy it so that I'll have some amount also, and rest of I'll buy a bike also. But if you invest 1 lakh rupees in FD, after 1 year you will have 1 lakh 5,600 rupees only, because if you'll get 8% return, but ultimately 30% you'll have to pay tax to the government. So ultimately you have 1 lakh 5,600 rupees. But after 1 year, that cost of the bike after inflation will be 1 lakh 6,000 rupees. So after you have waited 1 year, but now you have to pay extra to the for the bike after investing your amount in FD. So this is the impact of inflation. If you're investing your amount in FD, cost of the prices are increasing more than the return on the FD. So FD is not a good investment option, but that doesn't mean we won't put money in FD. You have to keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in FD only. Now, 3 to 6 months of expenses means, for example, if you have monthly expenses of 50,000 rupees, तो 1.5 lakh से लेकर 3 lakh rupees you have to keep in a liquid fund, and FD is the best option right now for that. So keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in FD only. Now, FD maybe you have to use small finance banks FD only. For example, if you are putting money in State Bank of India is maximum giving 7.1% return. And after tax, that will be much lower than 7.1%. But if you go to small finance banks, one of the small finance banks I was checking return today, they are giving 8.75% per annum return on a 6-month FD. So they are giving amazing return. So if you keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in FD in a small finance bank FD, and don't worry, the bank अगर बंद भी हो जाता है, small finance कोई बैंक बंद हो जाता है, तो up to 5 lakh of amount is insured by the government. In case any bank shut down, up to 5 lakh amount will be paid by the government to you without any hassle. So don't worry, you can keep up to 5 lakh in any small finance bank.
So, Amit, can you help us know what are those banks?
There are many banks.
Example, one or two.
One example I was checking, which is giving right now the highest rate of interest, is Unity Small Finance Bank.
Okay.
Okay. Apart from this, the Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, Ujjivan Small Finance Banks. There are multiple banks which people are not even aware of.
Yeah, I am also not aware of these banks. Yeah.
So these banks you can put up to 5 lakh without any worry, because up to 5 lakh amount, that amount is insured by the government.
So these are private banks or public
no,
banks?
these are private banks.
Private.
But I'm saying that up to 5 lakh is insured by the government in all private banks, in all public banks. So in case any banks close down, shut down for any reason, up to 5 lakh amount will be paid by the government. So you don't need to worry. If you want to put more than 5 lakh amount, then you can open 2 accounts, one in your name, one in your spouse name, one in your brother name, mother name, father name. So you can put in different account. So each account is insured up to 5 lakh.
Got it.
So you'll get 8.7. Right now, I've checked the interest rate, 8.75% per annum for a 6-month FD. That means your lock-in period will be only 6 months. So that is great option but don't put, apart from the 3 to 6 months of expenses, don't put any money in FD, because otherwise FD is not a great investment option. We have to earn 15% interest, 15% rate of return, for which we'll move to another point. Now, next option is bonds. Now, there are different types of bonds available in the market right now. First one is corporate bonds. Now, first one is government bonds. Now, government bonds do not provide much return. They have usually around 6 to 8% of return, which is not great. So we'll skip those bonds. Though they are completely safe, your money is in the hands of the government, but we have to get maximum rate of return, so we won't invest in those bonds. But there is a government bond which is the best option if you want to invest in gold. Usually what we do when we invest in gold, what is the best option? People think physical gold. They'll buy the physical gold, they'll think that it is an investment. But physical gold is not an investment, because when you buy physical gold, you have to pay making charges, you have to pay GST on that. And when you have some need of money and you sell that gold, your deduction will be much higher than what you have paid for the making charges. So physical gold is never an investment. Don't do that. Don't buy physical gold as an investment. You can buy it as a jewelry if you want. If you like jewelry, you should spend some money on your what you want in life, but don't buy physical gold as an investment option. Now, another option for gold investment is digital gold. Don't buy that also. Paytm sell digital gold, and many other apps, they have digital gold option. Don't buy that also, because in digital gold also you have to pay GST of 3%. So ultimately 3% return is gone. You're paid upfront. So don't buy digital gold also. Another risk with digital gold is that it is not regulated by any entity. So in case if you're investing through some app, digital gold, that if that app is closed, nobody will take care of you. Your money is gone. So digital gold, there is a risk. It is not regulated by RBI. It is not regulated by SEBI. So don't buy digital gold also. Somebody has a what about gold coin? Gold coin you can buy because there are no making charges, but in over on gold coin also you have to pay GST. So GST of 3% is, it will means your return of 3% is gone. So gold coin you can buy because you won't have to buy pay making charges, but GST you'll have to pay. So think about GST. So I will tell you the best option अगर आपको गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करना है, वो है सोवरन गोल्ड बॉन्ड्स. नाउ व्हाई आई एम सेइंग इट इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन, उसके पीछे दो तीन वजह है. पहला, अगर हम हिस्ट्री उठा के देखें, यू विल फाइंड आउट कि जो गोल्ड का एवरेज रिटर्न है, कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन, जो गोल्ड के प्राइसेस बढ़ रहे हैं, वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 9 to 10% हर साल से बढ़ रहे हैं. तो by just investing in gold, you will get 9 to 10% return per year. But when you invest in sovereign gold bonds, you will get additional 2.5% interest by the government. So add 2.5% over and above 9 to 10%. And when you buy sovereign gold bond online, you will get per gram up 50 rupees discount, which is approximately 1%. So additional, you'll get 1% discount when you buy online. So that means when you invest in sovereign gold bonds, you are getting more than 13% return, which is not available anywhere. When you're investing digital gold, physical gold, your return will be around 8%. But when you're investing in sovereign gold bonds, your return will be more than 13%. The only problem is that there is a lock-in period of 8 years, but always think long term when you're investing to create wealth. So eight years is not a big time. After 8 years, you won't even have to pay taxes on the capital appreciation. So that is also a great option by the sovereign gold bonds. So when you are investing in gold, and everybody should invest 5 to 10% of their portfolio in gold, always, because gold is a great hedge in case any economy falls, in case any war started, gold is always an hedge. So always have 5 to 10% of your portfolio in gold investment, and that is in sovereign gold bonds. Now I'll move to another point. I just want to ask, anybody has any question till now?
Kamal Kaur is saying please use Hindi and English.
Okay, I'll start using that also. किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो अभी तक?
So sir,
कोई doubt?
yeah. So this, how we can invest, like using any platform or app, this particular sovereign gold bond?
Sovereign gold.
Yes. There are first is government platform. There is a website you can search on Google, rbiretaildirect.org.in. Okay. Another is which if you have a demat account, all demat account also provides option to invest in sovereign gold bonds. Okay. Another thing, you can't invest sovereign gold bonds anytime. Government usually launches these IPO, you can say kind of IPO of these bonds every 2-3 months. So only those time you can invest in sovereign gold bonds. You can buy through you can buy in the secondary market also, but I'll suggest you just buy whenever government issues these bonds. They issue every 2-3 months, so just buy during that time only, because you'll get discount also, you'll get 2.5% interest also, and you get capital appreciation of 9 to 10% also. And if your portfolio is of 1 crore rupees investment, keep 5 to 10%, means 5 to 10 lakh rupees in gold only, because gold is a great hedge against inflation. It is a great hedge in case any war started. So gold investment should be in your portfolio up to 5 to 10%.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, moving to another. So government bonds, don't invest in other government bonds because they won't provide good return. 6 to 8% is not a great return, but sovereign gold bond is the best option for investment in gold. Now, moving to corporate bonds. Now, different companies also issue bonds. Bonds is a kind of loan which company take it from you and they give interest to you for that loan. Now, the corporate bonds have around 9 to 11% interest, which is also a not great interest. Reason being, you'll have to pay tax on that interest. So ultimately, your return will be much lower. Also, there is a risk associated with the corporate bonds. So you can keep 2 3 things in mind while investing in corporate bonds. First of all, there are different ratings of each and every bond available. For corporate bonds, I am using Paytm Money app. It's not a paid promotion. I've checked many website, I've checked many app, but I found Paytm Money app is the most useful app because it clearly shows each and everything about that particular bond. What is the interest rate on that? What is the time period? What is the company? What is the rating? So it clearly define each and everything, so it is easy to identify which is a better corporate bond, which is a not so good corporate bond. So I'll suggest Paytm Money app, but there are many other app also which you can try. Now, first thing you have to see is the rating of the bond. Never invest in any bond with a B or lower rating. B, C, D, or any lower rating. Never invest in those corporate bonds. Those are very risky. Those companies can default on their loans because bond is a loan. It's nothing. It's a loan taken by the company from you and they are paying interest on that loan. So never invest in any bond with a rating of B or well, while using Paytm Money app, you can easily check what is the rating of the bond. It shows clearly it is the rating of the bond. So you can clearly check whether it is B or C. So you have to invest only those bond with the A rating. Now, A also have 3 classification. First one is triple A rating. That is the highest safety. So triple A rating, you can easily invest without any worry. That is the highest safety rating bond. Second is double A rating. That is little less rating, little less safety than the highest, but still very safe. You can invest in double A rating also. Now, third one is A rating. A rating is not high safety. It means adequate safety. So there is some risk in A rating bonds, but still these are quite safe. I won't say completely safe, quite safe. So you can take some risk in A rating also if they are giving good rate of interest. Now, like I told you, when you invest in bond, you'll get 9 to 11% return, but there is a way you can get higher return. Now, for example, I'll अपना एग्जांपल देके मैं समझाता हूँ. For example, I have invested in a bond. That bond is giving 10% rate of interest and lock-in period is 2 years. But I need money after 1 year. But I know I'll get this bond after 2 years only. So what I'll do, I'll go to secondary market. I'll sell that bond, but nobody will buy that bond from me at the same price. The person who is buying, they'll say, यार मुझे तो कम प्राइस में दो, बीच में मैं ले रहा हूँ आपका. तो I'll say, okay, I'll give you at 1% lower. So that means the 10% return मुझे मिल रहा था 2 साल बाद. Now if somebody is buying it from me, वो 1% मुझे उसको कम में डिस्काउंट में देना पड़ेगा. तो आफ्टर 2 years, कंप्लीशन ऑफ 2 years, उसका जो रिटर्न हो जाएगा 11% हो जाएगा. तो इस तरीके से जब आप पेटीएम मनी ऐप में बॉन्ड्स में जाओगे, यू विल फाइंड मेनी पीपल आर सेलिंग दीज बॉन्ड्स. आप उसमें जब देखेंगे आपका रिटर्न जो बन रहा है, यू विल गेट 13 14 15% इंटरेस्ट आपको मिल जाएगा बिकॉज दे आर सेलिंग एट डिस्काउंट. The reason could be anything, because they need money or they want to invest in stock market. So reason could be anything, but you can get these bonds at discount. That means after the completion of the bond time period, your ultimate return will be more than what was the bond originally issued for. So for example, 10% bond can be available at 2-3% discount. So your return will be, if you buy it from secondary market, your return will be 13-14%. So in that way, you can buy bonds at discount and get a good rate of interest. But just keep that in mind. Buy only higher safety bonds only. Don't buy B or C rating bonds because these are very risky, even riskier than the stock market. So don't buy that. Only buy higher safety bonds. And when you're investing in bonds, think about the time period of 1 to 4 years only. Don't buy bonds of longer time period. Those are not a good option because you'll get much better return. If we think about more than 5 year investment, nothing beats stock market. So these bonds are only for 1 to 4 year of investment, and best option is to buy bonds at discount, but only higher safety bonds only. Don't buy lower safety bonds. Just keep that in mind. So this option you can also explore, but personally, I don't invest in bonds much because my target is only of stock market. I majorly invest in stock market and in gold. That is my portfolio. But this is also a good option, which I told you about corporate bonds. Now moving to third investment option. Now you have seen there are many government schemes in which people invest. Like, I just want to ask if anybody has any question about bonds, if they want to know something, confused about. Okay. So next option is, many people invest in these government scheme like PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. There are many government schemes like that, Kisan Patra Yojana. But personally, I'll suggest you don't invest in these schemes because these schemes will preserve your money for sure. Your money will be safe. You'll get 7 to 8% return, but you won't be able to create wealth. Let me give you an example what I'm saying. टेक एन एग्जाम्पल, पीपीएफ का तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट आज के टाइम पे 7.1% है, तो वो तो भूल ही जाओ. चाहे उस पर टैक्स नहीं, यू डोंट हैव टू पे टैक्स आफ्टर मैच्योरिटी, बट स्टिल 7.1% विल नॉट मेक यू रिच. नाउ सुकन्या समृद्धि योजना, विच इज गिविंग 8% रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट and there is no tax after maturity. Let's take the example of that. For example, you have a girl child at home. You start investing in Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana for that girl child. Maximum limit every year is 1.5 lakh rupees. So for 21 years, you invest every year 1.5 lakh rupees. Now, after 21 years, at the rate of 8%, you will have only 81 lakh rupees. Only. That amount is completely tax free. So 81 lakh rupees is yours only. That's it. Now, when we invest 1.5 lakh rupees, same amount in mutual fund. अब इसमें भी I'll give you two example. First one is if we get only 12% return, but we will get more than 12%. I'll tell you how. But if we get only 12% return, you will have 1.37 crores after 21 years. And if we have to pay 10% tax also, long-term tax on mutual fund, then also your amount will be 1.25 crore, which is much higher than the 80 lakhs which you have gotten in Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Now, if you get 15% return after 21 years, आपके पास होगा 2 crore रुपए. After deducting tax, still you will have 1.8 crore rupees, even higher than the double of the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. So these schemes will not make you rich. Yes, you will preserve your money. You will think, yes, my money is safe, but they will not make you rich. So I will never suggest you. If you have a time horizon of more than 7 years, then don't think about anything else. Just invest in stock market. And when you are investing for your child, you always have time horizon of more than 10 years. So don't think about anything else. Invest in stock market. Or plus, next 20-30 years, Indian economy will grow at a much higher pace than people have ever seen. Now we are third number पे आ गए, I think, economy में. Next 2060 तक I think will be second number economy. After China will be first, second will be us, and USA will be third. So next 20-30 years will be our time. Indian economy will grow, Indian stock market will grow, and if you don't invest now, you will miss this golden period of making money from the stock market. So stock market में टाइम होराइजन बता आपको रखना है कि मिनिमम थिंक अबाउट कि 7 years तक मुझे इन्वेस्ट रहना है. If it is 10 years or more, it is much better because your return will be more higher. But minimum you have to stay invested for 7 years. Then you don't need to worry. You will get amazing returns from the stock market. Now, the main question which we have started earlier, ki how to get 15% return. Now, when we invest in stock market, we'll have to invest in only 4 mutual funds. You can invest in directly stocks also, which I usually do, but I know many people are not that don't have that much time also. Many people don't want to take directly risk also. So that's why I suggest just invest in stock market, start a SIP, do it consistently, don't miss a single month SIP. चाहे मार्केट फॉल हो रही है, चाहे मार्केट ऊपर जा रही है, you don't miss a single SIP. That's you have to keep in mind. क्योंकि लोग क्या करते हैं, जब मार्केट गिरने लग जाती है ना, दे सेल ऑल देयर म्यूचुअल फंड और दे विल स्टॉप देयर SIP. यार मार्केट तो इतना, मेरा पैसा नेगेटिव में चला गया, माय पोर्टफोलियो इज नेगेटिव. डोंट keep checking your portfolio. Just give your portfolio time. Just give 7 years, and trust me, after 7 years you'll see your money is growing like crazy. Now you have to invest in 4 mutual fund. First one is now, for example, you have to invest 10,000 per month. So first divide that amount into 4 equally amount, 2,500 in each mutual fund. First mutual fund is small cap mutual fund. स्मॉल कैप म्यूचुअल फंड में क्या होता है, जो स्मॉल कंपनीज होती है ना, जो इंडिया में अभी के टाइम पे इतनी बड़ी कंपनीज नहीं है, बट दे हैव ह्यूज पोटेंशियल टू ग्रो. So these companies give amazing returns. If you're directly investing in stocks, these companies can double your money even in 1-2 months. But I won't suggest everybody to directly invest in stocks. But as I am directly investing in stocks, I've seen my money is doubled in 1 month, 2 months. So, but if you invest in mutual fund, these small cap mutual fund can give you an average per annum return of more than 20 to 25%. Many mutual fund in the past, like SBI small cap mutual fund, Nippon small cap mutual fund, they've started their mutual fund in the 2002 or 2003. In the last 20 years, they have consistently given more than 22 or 23% per annum return. Imagine, matlab every 3 years your money is being doubled. There is a rule of 72 कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको हर साल रिटर्न मिलता है 24 का, तो डिवाइड 72 by 24, दैट मीन्स हर 3 साल में योर मनी इज बीइंग डबल्ड. तो दीज स्मॉल कैप म्यूचुअल फंड आर गिविंग 20 to 25% per annum return, but they are not giving every year. You have to give your investment time. Over a long period of time, your average return will become 20 to 25% per annum. So first is small cap mutual fund. Second is mid cap mutual fund. Now mid cap companies, these mid cap mutual fund they invest in mid cap companies which are bigger than the small cap companies but still have huge potential to grow. So they also give around 18 to 20% return. They are also a great option. So second fund will be mid cap mutual fund. Third will be flexi cap mutual fund. Now flexi cap, what they do, they invest in all kind of companies. They invest in small cap companies also, they invest in mid cap companies also, and they invest in large cap companies also. So flexi cap mutual fund. And fourth one is Nifty 50 index fund. Now Nifty 50 has top 50 companies of India. Over the last 30 years, this fund has given average return of 13 to 14%. or flexi cap has given average return of 15 to 16%. So by investing just in these four mutual fund, your average return will be much higher than 15%. It will be even 16, 17%. You will diversify your investment also. You are investing in small cap also, mid cap also, large cap also, and top 50 companies also. You will diversify your investment also. So your risk will be diversified. Your return will be more than 15, 16%, and you will just see your money is growing as a rapid pace. So personally, but these are the suggestion to you, because not everybody is a risk taker. But personally, if you ask me, I majorly invest my money in small cap and mid cap only, because I know over a long period of time, these funds can give the best return no other fund can give. So I take my risk, but I won't suggest this to everyone, because not everybody is a risk taker. So invest in these four mutual fund, so that your risk will be diversified and your average return will be more than 15%. Now, anybody has any question till now?
So like in these four fund, what should be the ideal like proportion for each fund? Like if 10K I am planning to invest, so how should be the distribution, or
See,
25% each?
standard distribution is 25% each.
Okay, okay.
ठीक है, but if you are risk taker, you invest more in small cap and mid cap, and little less in flexi cap, and little less in index fund, Nifty 50 index fund. But if you want just equal diversification, then invest 25% each in each of these funds. Okay. Now moving to another. So these I'll summarize where to invest. First, 5 to 10% of your portfolio you have to invest in sovereign gold bonds. Some physical gold you can buy, which you will wear regularly, but otherwise, as an investment purpose, sovereign gold bonds are the best option. 5 to 10% of your portfolio should be in that only. In bonds, corporate bonds you can invest, but that is up to you. But personally, for 1 to 4 years, you can invest some amount in bonds also. But personally, I don't invest, because I focus long term only, and I focus on stock market also. But corporate bonds for 1 to 4 years is a good option if you can get some discount on bonds while buying from the secondary market. On Paytm Money app, you can check, you'll find bonds. Third is 3 to 6 months of your expenses should be in liquid form with some return, which is an FD. So 3 to 6 months of your expenses should be easily available. So put that money in an FD, and FD of only small finance bank. There are right now Unity Small Finance Bank is offering 8.75% for a 6-month FD. 6-month FD return is per annum, but you just have to lock your money for 6 months only. So that is a great return. But you can check other small finance banks also what they are offering. Why I'm saying this 3 to 6 months of expenses, this will serve two purposes. In case there is a job loss, in case there is some emergency at home, so you will have some money which is easily available, which you can use. So you won't have to take any personal loan, you won't have to take any credit card loan. So this money will help you in that. Also, when there is a major fall in stock market, like there was a COVID fall, everybody know the market fall by 30 to 40% within a span of a few days because of COVID fear. That time, this money which you have kept in FD will help you to invest amount in stock market as a lump sum. Because when you invest your amount in those time period, when there is a fear in the market, when the market falls quickly by 20-30%, when because market always recovers, you have to keep that in mind. So when that market recovers, your money will be double to triple within a span of 1-2 years. So those are the opportunity when there is a major fall. For example, tomorrow if there is a war started, the market will start falling very fast. Within a span of few days, market will fall 20-30%. So these are the time period. Don't wait for the bottom. Just wait few days and start investing lump sum amount in during these times, because when market recovers, you will make huge return within a span of 1-2 years only. If you don't know which stock to invest, just invest as a lump sum amount in mutual funds. So this money which you have kept in your FD will help in those time also to invest in stock market during those time, if there is a COVID fear, something like that in the future, or if there's a war started in Russia, nuclear war started, the stock market will definitely fall. So during these times, you invest in stock market as a lump sum amount, and you'll see your money will grow very fast. Like COVID was the time I invested in many stocks. My money was doubled or triple within a span of 1 year. So these are the time you have to have surplus money with you. So this money will help you in that also, that emergency fund. Okay. And fourth point is key rest of the money invest in stock market as much as possible. Do it consistently in these four mutual fund which I have told you. If you are risk taker, you can focus on small cap and mid cap fund, but have a time horizon of at least 7 to 10 years, because the small cap and mid cap funds, they usually go like this for 1 year, and then 2-3 years they'll stay in the same range. So give a time of 7 to 10 years to your investment, and you'll see amazing returns. So these are the best investment option available right now. There is a real estate option available also, but real estate which I've felt that if you take real estate as an investment option and invest in real estate where it is already saturated market, you will get maximum return of 7 to 8% only. But if you have money, you can invest in real estate in those market where there is a not market is not saturated. For example, if you are living in a small city, or even if you're living in a big city also, and there is outskirts में there are new society बन रही है वहां पे, तो वहां पे आपको काफी कम रेट पे you can get real estate, और आपको रिटर्न वहां पे जल्दी मिलता है. But don't invest in real estate in saturated markets, because saturated markets में जहाँ पे already prices are all time high, वहां पे आपको जो रिटर्न मिलेगा वो 7 to 8% मैक्स मिलेगा. तो रियल एस्टेट में बस वो रिस्क रहता है, यू हैव टू कीप दैट इन माइंड कि डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन का काफी रिस्क रहता है. तो जो न्यू प्लेसेस कटती है, न्यू सोसाइटी आउटस्कर्ट्स में बनती है, वहां पे कई बार डॉक्यूमेंटेशन का रिस्क रहता है, तो वो आपको ध्यान रखना है. आपको पैसा एक साथ चाहिए होता है, लमसम मनी यू नीड टू इन्वेस्ट इन रियल एस्टेट, उस चीज का आपको ध्यान रखना है. बट अगर आप ऐसी जगह करते हैं तो वहां पे आपको रिटर्न आ सकता है, बट ऑलरेडी जो सैचुरेटेड मार्केट्स है वहां पे ऑलरेडी प्राइसेस ऑल टाइम हाई है, तो रियल एस्टेट इज नॉट ए गुड ऑप्शन. तो इसीलिए मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ स्टॉक मार्केट, अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म पे देखोगे, स्टॉक मार्केट हैज ऑलवेज बीटन रियल एस्टेट. यू कैन चेक ऑल द फिगर्स अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन. स्टॉक मार्केट हमेशा बेस्ट ऑप्शन रहता है, और यू कैन स्टार्ट विद 100 रुपीज ऑल्सो. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो ऑलवेज अ बेस्ट ऑप्शन अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. Now moving to second part of our session. Now, what are the mistakes people usually make in personal finance? Now, first mistake which I've seen many people making is they are not tracking their expenses. I mean, people don't know where their money is going. For example, if somebody is earning 50,000, still they are not able to save 5,000 per month, because they have no idea where their money is going. Every month they'll have some new expenses. Every month they'll have new excuses. यार अगले month से मैं I'll start investing. तो every month they have new expenses. तो अगर जब तक आप ट्रैक नहीं करोगे expenses आपके, तो you won't get any idea how to save more, how to save more, how to invest more. अगर आपको अपने expenses का ही पता नहीं होगा, तो उसके लिए the app which I am using is ET Money. It's economic time. We all know ET Money. So it's a very reputed app. You can use that app. Expenses tracking is free on that app. Otherwise, there are paid feature, but to track your expenses is completely free. You can use that app. It is a good app which can help you keep where your money is going. For example, how much you are spending on food, how much you are spending on shopping. You can check all those things with that app. So start tracking your expenses, because many people are not tracking their expenses. If you don't know where your money is going, you won't be able to save more. Another mistake which people are making, like I told you, they are not starting to invest as early as possible. As soon as you get your job, I'm not saying don't do what you always wanted to do. For example, you want to travel, do traveling. For example, you want to buy a few gadgets, do buy that. But you have to understand that your future is also reliable on you. आपको उसके लिए भी सोचना है, तो do follow your dreams, do things which makes you genuinely happy. Don't spend on those things which are not making you happy, but you are just trying to show that I am doing that to other people. Do things that genuinely make you happy. Don't think about money on those things. But apart from that, save more and start investing as early as possible. For example, many people usually what they do, they start investing after 30 age, which is a big mistake by many people. For example, you're getting at your job, first job at 23, 24 age. If you start investing at that age, by the time you'll reach 30 age, by the time you'll have you'll have your marriage, you'll have your kids, you have a very sizable portfolio. So don't make that mistake. Don't delay your investment. If you have only 500 rupees, just start investing 500 rupees initially, but start investing as early as possible. Third, find ways to earn more money. Right now, if you are not making money from online, I'm not saying you have to make money from online only, you can try offline also. But if you are not trying to make more money apart from your job income or apart from your other income, you're making a huge mistakes. We all know in the last 2 years how much prices of all products and services have skyrocketed. For example, if you just buy vegetables also, 2 3 years back, for 1,000 rupees you can get too much vegetables. But right now, for 1,000 rupees, you won't get even 2 days worth of vegetables. So prices are going too high. Even you all know rent is going too high. So find ways to earn more money, level up your skills. There are many courses available online. देखिए क्या लोग अलग अलग कर रहे हैं, कैसे पैसे कमा रहे हैं, तरीके सीखिए। आज के टाइम पे इतने ज्यादा ऑप्शन है पैसे कमाने के, आप सोच भी नहीं सकते। ऑनलाइन there is a huge scope. Why YouTubers are earning more? Because we are spending our 24 hours online. So advertiser will pay those YouTubers only because we are watching them 24 hours. So you have to start finding more ways to earn money. Okay, you can invest in yourself, take some courses. If you have any skill, for example, if you know cooking, start a YouTube channel about cooking. I know right now growing YouTube channel about cooking is very tough. Another thing which you can do, start an Instagram page, make a cooking course and start Facebook ads, Instagram ads, start selling that course. Just imagine if you price your course, for example, for 2,000, which is not a big amount. If you price your course for 2,000, if you sell that course to just 1,000 people, target कि एक साल में I'll sell this course to 1,000 people, I'll spend 5 lakh rupees on Facebook and Instagram ads. Okay, now 2,000 price of course, 1,000 people you've sold the course, total revenue will be 20 lakhs. You've spent 5 lakh on Facebook and Instagram ads, so you have additional income of 15 lakhs. And you can do it by working only 1 hour 1 hour per day. You just have to do, you have to make a course. Instagram you have to regular create content regarding cooking and everything so that people can trust you more. And then you have to run your ads consistently. You have to try different ads, you have to try different variation of ads. It's easy to sell courses right now because people want to learn new skills. So whatever skill you have, if you have cooking, you can make money from cooking. If you know stitching, you can make money from stitching. If you are good in English, you can make money teaching English. You can make money from any skill you have. Even आज के टाइम पे even जो farmers हैं, what they are doing, they are coming online. They are teaching people how to grow their own vegetables, own fruit at home. They are making courses. Even farmers are making courses. If you go through Instagram properly and search farmers reels, farmers post, you will find there are many people who are staying in villages. They are looking after their agriculture field, and they are created courses, and they are selling courses to people who are living in cities, and telling them ki this is how you can grow vegetables and organic vegetables and fruit at their home, and they're earning huge money. So if you have any skills, even if you don't have any skill, you just find a skill which you can do it consistently, which you can do it properly. Just focus on that and you can make huge money. So there are many ways you can earn money right now. So try to find ways through which you can earn more money apart from your salary or apart from your whatever you're doing in life. Now another mistake which people are making, not taking care of health. See, nothing else will matter अगर आपकी हेल्थ अच्छी नहीं है. My father used to say, पहला सुख निरोगी काया. That means जो first happiness है is that you are disease free. Health is the real wealth. तो first focus on your health, stay fit. Nothing else matter अगर आप fit नहीं हो. If you created a huge wealth for you by the age 45, but you have high BP, you are not taking care of your health, so nothing else will matter if you are not fit. So from this young age, start taking care of your health. I am not saying ki completely stay on diet all the time, but you should know what you are eating. Conscious eating कीजिए, stay in a proper weight range, stay fit. Otherwise nothing else will matter, because right now there are so many diseases around. Young people are dying of heart attack. So nothing else will matter if you are not fit. So first priority should always be health. Even if I'm teaching finance, but first priority will be health, because if you are not fit, this bad health will take all your finances. Though you can take health insurance, but still it will completely destroy you. Now another mistake which people make is they do impulsive buying. कोई भी सेल आई, खरीद लिया. कोई भी अब फ्लिपकार्ट की $1 बिलियन सेल आई, जो चीजें जरूरत भी नहीं थी, दे हैव बॉट इट. सो डोंट डू दैट. सी, only buy those things which you genuinely need or which genuinely make you happy. Don't buy just to show off. Don't buy just to ऐसे ही टाइम पास के लिए. Because these small things will add to your expenses and you won't be able to invest more. Give your investment time 10 to 15 years and try to live below your means. And after 10 to 15 years, you will thank me when you will see your portfolio, which is growing amazingly. Another mistake which people are making is they are taking loans. आज के टाइम पे क्या हो गया, ईएमआई जनरेशन आ गई है कि एवरीथिंग इज ऑन लोन. यार मुझे नया कैमरा लेना था, ईएमआई. यार मुझे नया फोन लेना था, ईएमआई. यार इफ यू कांट अफोर्ड इट ना, डोंट बाय एवरीथिंग ऑन ईएमआई. Because if you have too many EMI every month, how you would be able to save the money for investment? So only buy when you can afford. If you have to buy something, for example, if you're planning to buy a new phone, start saving first. For example, if you want to buy a new phone, start saving 2000 per month or 5000 per month for that phone first, and then buy when you have 30,000 40,000 amount, then buy. Because this EMI habit will always impact your salary. You for example, somebody is earning 50,000. I've been talking to some people, they're earning 50,000, they have EMI of 26,000. They have taken phone EMI, they have taken camera EMI, they have taken Activa EMI. So if EMI generation is concept is very wrong. Don't buy everything on EMI. Buy only when you can actually afford, or when you actually need that thing. डोंट जस्ट कि हर साल 2 साल में फोन चेंज करना, ईएमआई पे ले लेते हैं. यार फोन अभी चल तो रहा है. आज के टाइम पे कोई भी फोन ले लीजिए आप, आराम से वो 4-5 साल निकाल देता है, कि बिकॉज फोन आर सो एडवांस नाउ डेज. सो डोंट टेक लोन्स फॉर कंजप्शन. डोंट टेक क्रेडिट कार्ड लोन्स फॉर कंजप्शन. टेक लोन्स ओनली व्हेन इट्स एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड. और इफ यू वांट टू बाय समथिंग, तो प्लान everything in advance. Now there are two aspects I want to talk about in this only. Ki many people have doubt ki whether they should buy a house or they should rent it. Now iska ek simple sa answer hai ki if you go by mathematics, if you go by formula and everything, you will always find कि rent is a better option. By mathematics, if we calculate the return and everything on Excel, you always find renting is the better option. But actually, if we go by logic, because housing is a personal decision, तो अगर आपको अपना घर लेना है एंड दैट विल जेन्युइनली मेक यू हैप्पी, तो डोंट गो बाय मैथमेटिक्स, बाय योर होम, जिसमें आपको रहना है, बाय योर होम। बट उसमें आप क्या कर सकते हो, डोंट बाय लेविश होम्स। उसमें आप पैसे बचाइए कि आप ऐसा घर ले लीजिए जो एक अच्छा घर है, अच्छी लोकेलिटी में है, जिसमें आप आसानी से रह सकते हैं। डोंट स्पेंड टू मच ऑन लेविश होम्स, वहां पे पैसे बचाइए। लेकिन अगर आप घर होना भी इंडिया में, मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक इट्स ए जेन्युइन रिक्वायरमेंट, तो आपका घर जरूर होना चाहिए। तो लेकिन उसमें आप पैसे बचाइए कि आपको एक सिंपल घर लेना है, ताकि आपकी घर की रिक्वायरमेंट भी पूरी हो जाए एंड आपके पैसे भी ज्यादा ना लगे, बाकी अमाउंट यू कैन इन्वेस्ट। अनदर थिंग, पीपल यूजुअली आस्क कि इंश्योरेंस कौन कौन सा लेना है। somebody is asked कि कौन सा सिप प्लान इज बेटर, रेगुलर और डायरेक्ट। नेवर इन्वेस्ट इन रेगुलर प्लान, हमेशा आपको डायरेक्ट प्लान में इन्वेस्ट करना है। उसका रीजन ये है कि रेगुलर प्लान में क्या होता है, एक तरह से एजेंट को आपका पैसा जाता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सेम एसबीआई का हम स्मॉल कैप म्यूचुअल फंड लेते हैं, एक रेगुलर दिखेगा आपको, एक डायरेक्ट दिखेगा। तो रेगुलर में आपका जो रिटर्न आएगा वो 20% आएगा, डायरेक्ट में वही रिटर्न 21% होगा। तो 1% आपका रिटर्न वो किसको चला गया, वो बीच में जिस एजेंट ने आपको प्लान बेचा था। अब आपको लगेगा 1% से क्या होता है, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म में आप देखेंगे, लॉन्ग टर्म में आप जब कैलकुलेट करेंगे, यू विल फाइंड कि आपका मान लो 30 साल बाद आपके पास हो गए 2 करोड़ रुपए रेगुलर प्लान में, लेकिन डायरेक्ट प्लान में आपके पास होंगे 2 करोड़ 40 लाख रुपए। तो लॉन्ग टर्म में 1% भी इतना बड़ा डिफरेंस ला देता है। तो ऑलवेज बाय डायरेक्ट प्लान, नेवर नेवर बाय रेगुलर प्लान, एज सिंपल एज दैट। आप पेटीएम मनी, जीरोदा कॉइन, ग्रो ऐप, कोई भी ऐप यूज कर सकते हैं, दे ओनली सेल डायरेक्ट प्लान्स। ओके,
We
नाउ
just have 2 minutes. Any more questions?
आप किसी, एनीबडी हैज एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Sir, I'd like to ask regarding that stock market equity. Like
यस
we
सर।
do investment and like we do have made like maybe some profit and on. So
ओके
sometime it whatever profit we make, like maybe even it has got 100%. So we
ओके
think we should take out that profit, or sometime it happens that it got eroded. Some
ओके
fall happens and it again come back to that point. So
ओके
like some idea on how that regarding equity investment, what
ओके।
should be ideal? Yeah.
देखो, व्हेन यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग डायरेक्टली इन स्टॉक्स,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to follow certain rules about selling. Okay, now first rule is about selling is कि sell into strength. Okay, इसमें क्या है कि don't wait for the fall to sell. For example,
Mhm.
if I've gotten around 100% return, I've invested 2 months back, there was a company, Zentech company was there. Okay, I invested in that. That company gave me 120% return within within even less than 1 month.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I sold that stock. I'll tell you two concepts. First is sell into strength. Ki when the stock is showing strength, sell into that, because you have already got 120%. Don't be too greedy.
Okay.
Okay, first
Yes.
option is that ki sell into strength. I sold that stock for 120% gain. That stock went 20% further. Okay, but then that stock fall. Right now it fall around 50-60%.
Yes, sir.
So I could have waited for the 20% more, but you can never guess the uh, top. Okay, so one option you can always choose is sell into strength. Okay, another option while selling which you can choose, you can have a stop loss according to the moving averages. For
Okay.
example, if you are following 21-day or 50-day moving average, sell whenever the stock goes below the 21-day moving average or 50-day moving average.
Okay, sir.
Okay, another method of selling is कि you draw a trend line. If stock कैसे move करता है, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so you just draw a trend line. If stock goes below that trend line, just sell it.
Okay.
or whenever stock forms the top, so they usually form head and shoulder pattern. Just search on Google head and shoulder pattern. That is a very strong pattern of reversal. So just follow that pattern. You will can always guess कि stock now has come to its top. Now it's time to sell. You can always, just why I'm saying this, you can always buy back the stock again, but you need to book your profits to get the profits.
Okay, so we should book. We should not leave for unlimited time. Kia it will maybe for 5 years, 6 years. It may grow
No,
more.
no.
If we have profit, we should book it.
See, stock market, na, don't think about long term.
Okay.
Always think about maximum 1-2 years. Okay.
Okay.
And whenever you stock always forms a head and shoulder pattern. Most of 90% of the time they'll form a kind of head and shoulder pattern. Just whenever it forms that pattern, just observe it clearly and sell it properly. And always check the volumes also.
Yes, sir.
You will find the volume. There is a when there is a reversal in the trend, you will find the volumes are increasing. Red volumes are increasing.
Yeah. Selling. Yes.
So you always check all these things. Sometimes what happens ki volumes are very less, but stock started to falling. Okay. In that case, you can wait a little bit more. Ki nahi, volumes are not that much. I can wait. Stock is above 50-day moving average also. I can wait. So these 3-4 signs are there. Uh, I would be better able to explain in some other session with the help
Yes.
of Trading View. You
Yes, sir.
just follow my page. I'll
Yes, sir.
get you join in another session so that I'll explain this by
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any more questions? Niresh has one question. More about trend line, how to draw.
Sandeep has asked first, can we change the regular plan to direct SIP started in 2016 from SBI Bank? Yes, you can easily change any regular plan to direct SIP. Just Paytm Money app, go to Paytm Money app, log in via your PAN card or Aadhaar card, just set up an account. Then it will show your all SIP. Now there will be an option to switch to direct. That way you can easily switch from regular plan to direct SIP. It's very easy. Another question more about trend line, how to draw. Now see trend line का आपको 3 पॉइंट देखने होते हैं. मैं अब स्क्रीन शेयरिंग कैसे करें इसमें? 1 second.
I'll help you one. You can share me.
1 second, I'll open my notes in that regard. Just 1 second. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
See, It's a trading view chart. I have opened the chart of BSC Limited. Okay. Now, if you see, यहाँ पे आपको जाना है, you just select trend line. Okay. तीन आपकी डॉट्स कनेक्ट होनी चाहिए इसमें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हेयर, तीन डॉट्स कनेक्ट होनी चाहिए एंड यू कैन ड्रॉ द ट्रेंड लाइन लाइक दिस. मिनिमम 3 डॉट्स आपकी कनेक्ट होनी चाहिए किसी भी उससे. यू कैन ऑलवेज ड्रॉ द ट्रेंड लाइन लाइक दैट. नाउ इसमें आप देखेंगे स्टॉक कैसे ऊपर जाता है. देखो कोई भी स्टॉक है, हायर हाई, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो. अब यहाँ पे थोड़ा स्टॉक ने करेक्ट किया है, बट स्टिल अगेन अगर आप ट्रेंड लाइन रूल फॉलो करते हैं एज ए स्टॉप लॉस, इट इज नॉट गोन बिलो द ट्रेंड लाइन. अनदर थिंग आप देखेंगे, जैसे आप इसमें आप इंडिकेटर में जाएंगे मूविंग एवरेजेस का. वन सेकेंड में लॉग इन नहीं करा हुआ. which can you tell me which screen is visible? Mine.
That access for 1000 trading indicator वाला.
ये विजिबल है.
ज्वाइन फॉर फ्री हो रहा है.
नहीं, अच्छा वो विजिबल. आई थिंक आई नीड टू चेंज स्क्रीन. हाँ ये ठीक है. अब ये स्क्रीन विजिबल है ना?
यस.
अब आप देखो ये मूविंग एवरेज का स्टॉप लॉस कितना अच्छे तरीके से काम करता है. दिस ब्लू लाइन इज द 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज. नाउ आप देखेंगे स्टॉक ने पहले हायर हाई, हायर लो, ऊपर जा रहा है, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो, हायर हाई, हायर लो. अब यहाँ पे 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज के ऊपर दोबारा इसने उठना शुरू कर दिया है. तो अगर आप 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज या इवन 50 डे मूविंग एवरेज फॉलो करते हैं, बट इफ यू आर एग्रेसिव, तो आई थिंक 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज इज अ मच बेटर ऑप्शन फॉर योर स्टॉप लॉस. एक बार भी स्टॉप लॉस देखो इसने 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज यहाँ पे देखो 21 मूविंग एवरेज पे गया, फिर से उठना शुरू कर दिया, फिर यहाँ पे नीचे आया, फिर से ऊपर उठना कर दिया. तो एक बार भी इवन 10 डे मूविंग एवरेज से ऊपर जा रहा था, बट दिस टाइम ऑल्सो 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज के पास आया, देन अगेन स्टार्टेड राइजिंग. तो अगर 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज को भी ऐसे आप स्टॉप लॉस लेते हैं कि आई सेल माई इन्वेस्टमेंट, अगर इससे नीचे आता है, तो देन ऑल्सो यू कैन मेक ए गुड रिटर्न. अगर आपका पैसा भी बच जाएगा इन केस देयर इज रिवर्सल इन द ट्रेंड ऑफ द स्टॉक, और साथ में आपका अच्छा स्टॉप लॉस होता है जो इजीली हिट भी नहीं होता है, और आपका ट्रेंड भी बना रहता है. अब इसमें आप लॉन्ग टर्म में भी देखेंगे काफी पीछे से ब्लू लाइन से ऊपर ही है स्टॉक. तो जस्ट फॉलो 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज. ट्रेंड इतना इसका ऊपर है और इस ब्लू लाइन से एक बार भी स्टॉक अभी तक नीचे नहीं गया है. तो दिस इज अनदर ग्रेट वे जिससे आप आइडेंटिफाई लगा सकते हो कि स्टॉक का ट्रेंड क्या है। अब देखो यहाँ पे स्टॉक का ट्रेंड डाउन ट्रेंड था, तो यहाँ पे 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज वाज एक्टिंग एज रेजिस्टेंस, कि यहाँ पे स्टॉक ऊपर आने की कोशिश कर रहा था, बट अगेन 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज पे टच होके दोबारा नीचे जा रहा था। यहाँ पे 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज ब्लू लाइन पे टच होके इट वाज गोइंग डाउन, देन अगेन इट ट्राइड टू राइज, अगेन इट गोन डाउन। तो फाइनली यहाँ पे इसने 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज से अपना ब्रेकआउट दिया था। अब देखिए 455 प्राइस पे द स्टॉक हैज गिवन द ब्रेकआउट। राइट नाउ द प्राइस इज 2170, और किस डे को दिया है? 25 अप्रैल को। आज है 25 नवंबर। तो विद इन ए स्पैन ऑफ 7 मंथ्स अगर आपने 1 लाख रुपए लगाए होते तो ये आपका आज के टाइम पे पैसा 4 लाख हो जाता। कहाँ ऐसा पैसा मिलेगा? जस्ट इमेजिन, आपको कुछ नहीं करना था, यहाँ पे स्टॉक ने ब्रेकआउट दिया था, गोल्डन क्रॉसओवर भी हुआ था। व्हेन शॉर्ट मूविंग एवरेज बड़ी मूविंग एवरेज को क्रॉस करती है, इट इज कॉल्ड ए गोल्डन क्रॉसओवर। तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे रेड मूविंग एवरेज से ऊपर गई थी ब्लू मूविंग एवरेज। रेड इज 50 डे और ब्लू इज 21 डे। गोल्डन क्रॉसओवर हुआ यहाँ पे। अगर आप यहाँ पे भी कहीं पे भी एंट्री ले लेते आप, उसके बाद स्टॉक ने एक बार भी अपने 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज से भी नीचे नहीं गया, इट वेंट जस्ट अप। आपका पैसा 4 टाइम्स हो जाता विद इन स्पैन ऑफ 7 मंथ्स। तो मूविंग एवरेज को भी आप एज ए स्टॉप लॉस यूज कर सकते हैं, आइदर 21 डे, और अगर आप ज्यादा ही थोड़ा लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए इन्वेस्ट रहना चाहते हैं किसी स्टॉक में, यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज 50 डे। बट जब ऐसा लास्ट 6-7 मंथ्स क्वाइट ए बुल मार्केट, तो 21 डे वॉज ए गुड मूविंग एवरेज इन बुल मार्केट, क्योंकि जब कोई स्टॉक ऊपर जाता है तो 21 डे उसका अच्छा सपोर्ट बन जाता है, उससे वो नीचे नहीं जाता है इन केस ऑफ बुल मार्केट्स। अब जो मैंने एक स्टॉक जो मैं जिसके बारे में आपको बता रहा था, अब ये देखिए ये स्टॉक यहाँ पे काफी क्लोज था, यहाँ से इसने प्रॉपरली उठना शुरू किया था। उसके बाद इसने भी अपना हर बार ऊपर गया, हायर हाई हायर लो, 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज पे दोबारा सपोर्ट लिया, देन अगेन इट वेंट वेरी हाई। देन आई सोल्ड दिस स्टॉक अराउंड हेयर 800 के पास, जब इसने अपना मूविंग एवरेज ब्रेक किया था। अब उसके बाद देखो, ये सितंबर में मैंने सोल्ड किया था, मैंने शायद अगस्त में किया था, आई थिंक इससे भी पहले कर दिया था। तो उसके बाद अभी तक उसने वो टच नहीं किया है। तो मतलब मेरे 3 महीने आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड दैट अमाउंट इन अदर स्टॉक्स ऑल्सो, 3 महीने ये स्टॉक उसी रेंज में है। तो आपको पता होना चाहिए व्हेन यू हैव टू सेल। आप मूविंग एवरेज को भी फॉलो कर सकते हो। समटाइम्स आप मूविंग इनटू सेलिंग इनटू स्ट्रेंथ एक कंसेप्ट होता है। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आपका स्टॉक ने 1 महीने में आपको 100% का रिटर्न दे दिया है, शॉर्ट टर्म पे दे दिया है, तो बुक योर प्रॉफिट, एटलीस्ट 50% बुक योर प्रॉफिट्स। क्योंकि स्टॉक ऐसा नहीं है कि शॉर्ट टर्म में ऊपर ही जाता रहेगा, कुछ स्टॉक्स जाते भी हैं नो डाउट, बट समटाइम्स आप अपने प्रॉफिट को थोड़ा बचाना भी जरूरी होता है। तो यू कैन 50% बुक योर प्रॉफिट, और यू कैन वेट, फॉलो द मूविंग एवरेज स्टॉप लॉस ऑल्सो, कि मूविंग एवरेज से नीचे आता है सेल इट। अब इसको देखिए, यहाँ पे इसने अपना 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज तोड़ा, उसके बाद नीचे गया, फिर ऊपर आया, लेकिन अगेन ब्लू लाइन पे रेजिस्टेंस फील किया, अगेन नीचे आया, देन अगेन इट ट्राई टू अप, देन अगेन इट वेंट डाउन, देन अगेन इट ट्राई टू राइज, देन अगेन। अब ये फाइनली इसने 21 डे मूविंग एवरेज से ब्रेकआउट दिया है, बट स्टिल इट इज नॉट ए गुड ब्रेकआउट जो आपको ये कहे कि यू शुड इन्वेस्ट अगेन इन स्टॉक। बिकॉज आप इसकी वॉल्यूम देखिए, वॉल्यूम अभी इसकी इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉल्यूम नहीं है कि इससे स्ट्रॉन्ग ब्रेकआउट की ऊपर जाएगा, अभी वॉल्यूम आर वेरी लेस। तो व्हेन यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन स्टॉक, ऑलवेज चेक वॉल्यूम ऑल्सो। एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so like working professionals, they don't have like regular time to invest in it. So I understand that stock market is a good option. But then
Okay.
if we want someone to track or to invest in behalf of us, so who would be? There are multiple options in the market. So who would be the correct who can do this for us?
That's what I'm saying. I told in the start of the session also, many working professionals don't have time to invest directly in stocks. So that's why I'm saying just invest in mutual fund and forget about your money for 7 to 10 years. Just start a SIP. Every month, invest a particular amount, whatever amount you want to invest, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, which you can manage every month without any worry. Just invest in mutual fund. Mutual fund क्या होते हैं? They are the fund managed by the professionals. They are, they know everything about stock market. They, for example, if you take a SBI small cap fund, what they do, they are managed by the professional. They won't invest your entire money in one company. They invest in 50, 60 different companies or 20, 30 different companies. So SBI mutual fund, every month they are getting money from SIP. For example, every month they are getting 100 crore rupees from different people like you. Then they take that 100 crore rupees and invest in 20, 30 companies which they think are the best company to invest for the long term. They keep withdrawing money from the company. Some 20, 30 companies may say, for example, 5 companies are not performing well, they'll withdraw that money and they invest in another 5, 10 companies which are performing well, or which they which have future scope of performing well. So they are professionally managed fund, these mutual funds. So you don't have to do anything in this by investing in mutual fund. Just you have to make sure that you're investing every month whatever amount you can manage, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, whatever amount you can manage. Just invest every month. Just set up a auto pay. You don't have to look into everything. Just keep that amount in your bank account. Automatically money will be deducted and invested in these funds, and just check after 7 or 10 years you will have a huge corpus.
Okay, and just one more, if you have collected some corpus or some lump sum money, so lump sum also is a good option. Like instead of FD, if I have collected some good amount of money, so instead of putting the whole corpus in mutual in FD, lump sum mutual fund is also a good option, right?
Lump sum is also good option, but lump sum में ना थोड़ा बहुत आपको you should know to time the market. What happens, like long term पे lump sum money will also give good return, but if you know little bit about market, in that scenario it will be beneficial for you. For example, right now market is at almost all time high. Okay, these small cap and mid cap funds are at all time high. So right now if somebody invests lump sum amount, there are chances कि for the next 2 3 years that return will be less. But our investment goal is 7 to 10 years. In that scenario, you will get good return in lump sum amount also. But if you know what are the market cycle, then you can put lump sum amount at perfect time. For example, there is a stock market crash for 10 to 20%. And if you put that lump sum amount during that time, every year there are stock market crashes of 5, 10%, 20%. For 1 2 months, there are some crashes. So if you can follow the market cycle and if you can put amount perfectly in that, so you can get great return from the lump sum amount. But I know working professional don't have time, so just don't think. Just put lump sum amount also in a mutual fund and don't look into your portfolio for 7 years at least.
Okay, thank you. And for stock market, the horizon is usually 1 or 2 years, right? The time horizon.
Stock market minimum 5 years, but for better returns, think 7 years or more.
Okay. But for small term profit booking one.
Small term profit booking, there is no guarantee, na.
Okay.
Stock market sometimes, for example, if you start investing today, after 1 year, there are 20-30% chances that your portfolio could be negative. And this is what happens with many people which I've seen. Ki male working professional, they invest right now in stock market. After this session, maybe you start investing in stock market. After 1 year or 2 year, you look into your portfolio and your portfolio is a negative. For example, you invested 1 lakh rupees total amount by through SIP. After 2 years, your amount is 99,000. You will say, यार इससे ज्यादा तो मुझे FD में रिटर्न आ जाता. But that's why I say कि स्टॉक मार्केट को थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए, क्योंकि स्टॉक मार्केट में ऊपर नीचे आता रहता है टाइम. बट अगर आप मिनिमम 5 years, better 7 years अगर आप स्टॉक मार्केट को दे देंगे तो स्टॉक मार्केट में आपको लॉस नहीं होगा, इट विल ऑलवेज बी
Thank you.
प्रॉफिट.
Thank you, everyone. Any more questions, or we conclude the session? I guess no.
Also, I would just one more. Would
Yes,
like to know the services which you provide, because there are like portfolio. Like I am young now. If I want someone who can invest my money and invest in stock market, because I have the appetite now, but I don't have
Okay.
time. But I want to invest. So are there like these portfolio advisors, or what kind of services you provide? I'd like to know.
You can connect with me on Instagram, ma'am.
I
I'll
have
tell
shared
you.
the link in the chat box.
Okay.
You can follow him.
Okay.
And then anything else, or we conclude the session? Went much longer than expected. Yeah.
So just one question I'd like to ask. In mutual fund, like there are many. So any suggestion, like because there are like public sector banks also, private sector. So any mutual fund is fine, or like we should means any criteria for selecting mutual fund?
Criteria, best criteria for selecting any mutual fund is check rolling returns of mutual fund. Just go to Google.
Okay.
And search rolling returns of mutual fund. Rolling returns, you will get the best idea. The fund, how much return is fund is giving for 1 year time span. If you invest for 3 years, if you invest for 4 years, if you invest for 5 years, it will give you complete idea about that mutual fund, key how much fund is giving in 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Personally, which I've seen the return of many mutual fund, last 2-3 years, the best performing mutual fund has been by the company Quant.
Okay.
And so right now I trust that company more, but these companies keep changing. Earlier Axis mutual fund were performing very well, but last 3-4 years they are the worst performing funds. So these companies keep changing. Right now Quant is performing well because they are very aggressive with their strategy. But best idea is check the rolling returns. Search on Google, you will find the links of website which shows the rolling return of all mutual fund. So you'll get the better idea about all mutual funds.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amit, for joining the session. And guys, you can follow him on
Thank you, ma'am.
Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much, Amit.